Friends, I am Abhishek and here I am continuing my last lectures, that is lecture 4. There I have discussed about the graphical representation of the motion of any object. So I think that you all have gone through that videos. If you haven't watched till now, please go to that video first and watch it not once, even twice or thrice, because these things are little bit difficult to understand, but I am trying you to do more to learn the things very in comfortable way. But for that you have to also sacrifice some things. You have to go to that lectures and you have to watch it twice or thrice so that you will understand my today's lecture very easily. So I will start my lecture today. It is simply the continuation of the last lecture, so I am not going to repeat all those things. So I will start the lecture today. So in the last lecture we studied that in distance time graph, slope gives us speed because speed equal to distance upon time. How you will determine the slope? It is simply tangent of that lines of that curve. Tangent means tan theta. Tan theta, how you will decide? That is perpendicular upon base. So in a distance time graph, if you have to determine the speed, you will calculate the tangent tan theta value, that is p upon b, and it will give you the speed. So now we will continue today's lecture. Similarly, in a speed time graph, we have a speed time graph here. Speed is here, time is here. So in a speed time graph, a curve, the motion of an object has been shown here, and the question is how you will determine the acceleration. So in this graph we know that speed in time graph, acceleration equal to speed upon time. Similarly, speed equal to distance upon time, acceleration will be speed upon time. It means that slope of the line will give you the acceleration. So here we can see that in speed time graph, the motion has been depicted from t equal to 0 to t equal to 3. Object has attained a speed of 0 to 2 meter per second. Unit of speed will be meter per second. So what will be the acceleration? Numerically, how you will calculate? Change in speed divided by change in time interval. So change in speed is 2 minus 0 divided by time interval is 3 minus 0, that is 2 upon 3 will be meter per second square will be the acceleration. How you will calculate it by the graph? So simply it is tangent tan theta. Tan theta equal to p upon b. So what is perpendicular value here? This perpendicular value is 2. What is the base value? 3. So 2 upon 3 will be the slope. So 2 upon 3 is the acceleration. So it has matched. Simply change in speed divided by time taken will give you numerically, theoretically. But if you graphically you have to represent it, then it will be slope of the line. Slope of the line will be determined by tangent. Tangent equal to p upon b. I think it's clear. Now the question is little bit more complicated. I will try to make it very easier. Suppose there are three objects A, B and C. So three objects, the distance time graph or speed time graph has been depicted here. So in this graph, time has been depicted on x-axis and distance or speed, anything you can depict on y-axis. So I think coordinate is very clear to you. What is coordinate? It is x coordinate, y coordinate. So I will use it in my further lectures, so kindly make it in your revision daily to daily basis. So in these three objects, either A, B and C, time taken by all the three objects is 2 seconds only. You can see here 2 seconds is fixed for all these three, but distance or speed whatever is there has been attained different way. A has attained some distance, B has attained different distance and C has attained different distance. So the question is whose speed is more? Theoretically, how you will calculate it? Speed of any object is change in distance divided by time interval. So time interval is fixed 2 seconds. Distance traveled by A is 1 meter, distance traveled by B is 2 meter and distance traveled by 3 is 3 meter. So it means that speed of C will be more than B than A. It is numerically you can solve it, but graphically how you have to see? You have to see it by the slope of the line. Because suppose it is distance time graph, then slope of the line will give you a speed. If it is a speed time graph, then slope of the line will give you the accelerations. So here we can see that how you will calculate the slope. Slope is determined by the tan theta. Tan theta equal to p upon base. So for object A, tan theta will be distance travel, that is 1 divided by 1, that is 1. For B it is 2 divided by 1 because perpendicular value is 2. For C it is perpendicular value is 3. So it means that slope value for C will be more than the slope value of B than the slope value of A. It means that slope of C is greater than B is greater than A. It means that if it is a distance time graph, then slope will give you the speed, and as slope of C is more than B is more than A, it means that speed of C is more than B is more than A. Simply, if it is a speed time graph, then slope of speed time graph will give you the acceleration. So here as slope of C is more than B is more than A, then it means that acceleration of C is more than A. Very clear? I think it's very clear. I will tell you the another examples so that you will get it more clear. I am giving you more and more examples so that it should be captured in your mind. But from my perspectives, what you should do, you should go through all my lectures, because it is very linked to each other. You cannot directly come to this lecture and you cannot watch here, you will not understand anything. So you have to go through that lectures so that you can link it. Now I will give you another example. There is a question, suppose there is a distance time graph, but in distance time graph tabular form has been given to me. So my first, what will be the my first way, my first aim is to depict it on first graph. Then after that we will solve the questions. So it is simply the coordinates. Here time is x-axis, distance is on y-axis. So simply what you to know, you need to draw the coordinates of this time and distance. So time is x coordinate and distance will be y coordinate. What is the point? 0 0. So 0 0 you can draw here. Then it is 1 1 1 1, you can draw it here. Then it is 2 1 2 1, you can draw it here. And then 3 3 3 3, you can draw it here. Simply it is x coordinate, y coordinate. I already have discussed these things. So you have all not drawn all the coordinates. You can join these through a lines. So now you will see this you will get here. So the first purpose, whenever there is a tabular forms, try to depict it on the graphs by the x coordinate and y coordinate simply by mathematics. Now after the question is what is a speed, what will be the speed in different time intervals. As you know that time intervals has been divided 0 to 1 second, 1 to 2 second, 2 to 3 second, 3 to 4 seconds, and distance covered by the object is also different. So what we need to do, we need to calculate the speed in different interval of times, and if any average speed they will ask, then it is simply what is average speed. If it is non-uniform motion, how you will calculate? Remember my, I think that second or third lectures I have told you, average will determine by total distance traveled divided by total time taken. You don't simply average the speed value, you have to see how much total distance covered divided by total time taken. So please and please, I am requesting you again to watch, to go through my last lectures compulsory. So here we will see that in a distance time graph tabular form has been given. I have depicted these points, those points on in my graph. The question is what is speed value in different interval. Simply it is a distance time graph. Slope of the line will give you the speed. How you will determine the slope? It is tan theta. What is tan theta? It is perpendicular divided by base. It means that change in y-axis divided by change in x-axis. So time for 0 to 1 second. So change, what will the slope? So perpendicular is 1. And time is also change is 1. So it is 1 upon 1 equal to 1 meter per second. So slope for, so a speed value from 0 to 1 second will be 1 meter per second. For 1 to 2 seconds, second interval, what is the change in perpendicular? Nothing. It was 1. Again it's 1. See here. Distance travel has not been changed. So perpendicular value has not been changed. So perpendicular value is 0. Got it? Perpendicular value means change in the y coordinates. Y coordinate was 1 at t equal to 2 second also, and t equal to 1 second it is again 1. So there has not been any changes in the perpendicular value. It means that there had not been change in the distance. Object, where was object? Object is there only. It hasn't traveled any distance further. So for this slope will be change in perpendicular value, that is 0 divided by time has been changed. time has been changed, 1 second it has, time has been lapsed, so value will be 0 meter per second. So why 0? Because distance has not been covered by the object, because the perpendicular change is 0, so speed is 0. For 2 to 3 seconds you can calculate it easily. Change in perpendicular value, so it is 3 now, initially it was 1. So what is the change? You have not to see through the x-axis, you have to see the change in this time interval only. So 3 minus 1 equal to 2, and time taken is 1 second interval has been there, from 2 to 3 second, one time interval, and perpendicular change is 1, so 1 upon 1 is 1, so speed will be 1 meter per second. I think it's clear. So in distance time graph, it can be the graph of speed time, and from where you can calculate the acceleration in different intervals. Simply slope of the line will be determined by tangent, tan equal to change in perpendicular value divided by change in base value. So from the tabular forms, I think you can easily calculate the, you can depict the coordinates, x coordinate, y coordinate, you can join those lines. After joining, you can calculate the slopes value in different intervals, and you will get the values easily. I think that it's very clear now. So till now I have already told you what is speed, how you will calculate speed in distance time graph, how you will calculate acceleration in speed time graphs. So simply slope. So whenever there is division term, speed by time or distance by time, there what we are doing, we are taking the calculating the slopes, and slopes you are getting the different parts. So now we will move our further lectures. Now what is the things, I think that is it has been marked already. So what we will do now, as we know that speed equal to distance upon time, distance upon time is speed. So in distance time graph, if you have to calculate speed, you what you do, we calculate slope. Now what happens, you can, what you can find it here, distance will be speed into time, this time will go there and it will multiply. If acceleration is speed upon time, how you will calculate speed? It is acceleration into time. Simply what we are doing, it is division here. If you will LHS, this is LHS side, left hand side, it is right hand side. If you have to calculate distance, this time will go in left hand side and it will be multiplication, because it is division here, it is mathematical rule. If plus is left hand side, in RHS it will be minus, if it is minus it will be plus, if it is multiply it will be division, it will be division, it will be multiplication. So it is simple mathematics. I will teach you mathematics also, but later on we are going on with physics here. So distance will be speed into time, speed will be distance, acceleration into time. So what is the thing you have to keep in one things in mind, whenever there was division distance upon time, so in DT graph this division is there, it means that slope you were calculating and you will finding a speed. In ST graph, speed time graph, division was there, speed upon time, and you will finding the slopes and it will giving you the acceleration. Whenever there is a product terms comes in picture, that product means it is area under curve, you need to remember. I will explain you and you will get to understand everything. Whenever there is multiplication term, it means that in a speed time graph, multiplication means we have to find total area covered by that line with respect to x-axis. I will explain it in later on. You first keep in mind these things. Here speed equal to acceleration into time. Into means product. Product is there, it means that in same graph, in acceleration time graph, if product is there means you have to find area and you will get the LHS things. Here it was division, and if you are finding the slope you are getting the left hand side things. Here same is there, but if it is product, what you need to do, we have to calculate the area under curve. There we were calculating slopes. When division was there, you have to find slope. If product is there, you have to find area under curve. Simply you need to remember, if division is there, you find slopes. If multiplication is there, you find area. How you will find area, I will tell you later on. So here what is the thing, distance equal to speed into time. So in a speed time graph, if product is there, it means that area under graph, if you will find it, you will give this, you will calculate distance. If in acceleration time graph, if there is product, it means that area under acceleration time graph will give you the speed. Okay, clear it. So area under curve means whatever lines or whatever the shape that motion of the object will take, you have to find out the area covered by that lines with respect to x-axis, between those time intervals. Whatever time interval is there, in this time interval, if you have to find we have to calculate the area. So what you need to do, you have to find out the area. So how you will find the area of any figure? It is mathematically. Simply I will tell you some examples in mathematics. How you will find the area of a triangle? It is simply 1 upon 2 into base into height. How you will calculate the area of a parallelograms? Parallelograms is the figure which has two parallel sides, equal and parallel sides. How you will find the parallelogram area? It is 1 by 2 into sum of parallel sides into distance between them. How you will find the area of a trapezoid? It is also similar to as parallelogram, but difference is that here parallel sides length is not equal. So how you will find the parallelogram? 1 by 2 into sum of parallel sides into distance between them. Similarly for trapezoid also 1 by 2 into sum of parallel sides into distance between them. And in this way you can calculate the area under the curve of that lines, and you will find the left hand side value. Suppose distance is speed into time, so in a speed time graph you find the area covered by that speed time graph in those interval of time, and you will find the distance. Now you will see it by an examples, and in the next lecture we will explain it more and more. But please listen it carefully, go through my lectures again and again. I am repeating so many times because you will understand those things when you will revise it, when you will watch it again and again. So the question is here, the speed time graph has been given in tabular forms. So it will not depicted in the graph directly, it can give you in the tabular forms, but from tabular forms you can depict the coordinates very easily. Here time has been on an x coordinate and speed is on y coordinate. So x coordinate, y coordinate you have to draw. It is 0 0 1 2 2 4 4 5. Draw it. Okay, 0 0 1 0 0, then 2 1, then it 4 2, then it is 5 4. Speed is here, speed means y coordinate. So what we have to do, with the x axis we have to see where y coordinate is there, and you have drawn a figure. This is the motion of the objects. So the question is, first of all, it is a speed time graph. The question is what is acceleration for different time intervals, and the second question, what is distance traveled between t equal to 0 to t equal to 4 seconds. Two things are there. It is a speed time graph. Here you can come here, speed time graph. Here you can come here. In a speed time graph, the slope will give you, it is a division, slope will give you the acceleration. So from here you can find the first question, acceleration, because slope of those lines will give you the acceleration. The second question, what is distance? Distance you can see here, distance is simply in a speed time graph, product is there, so area under curve. So slope I won't repeat it again, only I will tell you one things. In a speed time graph for t equal to 0 to 1, change in perpendicular divided by change in base value. Again t equal to 1 to 2, change in perpendicular divided by base value. You have to, from change in the base value, it means that, and change in perpendicular value means, perpendicular means you don't need to go through x-axis, you need to go through only the changes for that interval only. It t equal to 2 second already, so 2 equal to 2 to 3 second between, what is the change in perpendicular values, only you need to consider that. So from this you can calculate the area acceleration value. I won't repeat this, you can match it here by my PDF values. Acceleration will be simply slope of the line, slope of this, slope of that, slope of that, all the three in different intervals you can find the accelerations. I think that I will explain it in next lectures. You first try it from yourselves. Now simply what I will tell you, how you will find out the acceleration. So how you will find the distance? So distance traveled will be the, in a speed time graph, what is the distance? Is product is there, it means that area under curve. So area under curve, this area under curve of this complete graph will give you the distance traveled between t equal to 0 to 4 seconds. So t equal to 0 to 4 seconds, total area we need to calculate. It has been divided into three parts. One is a1, one is a2, third is a3. As interval is 0 to 1 second, 1 to 2 second, 2 to 4 seconds. Three intervals are there. So to calculate the complete area, what I have done, I have divided it into three parts, a1, a2, a3. Now it's completely mathematics. How you will find the area? separately, and what you need to do, you have to add all the areas covered by these curves. In this curve, what I told you, the area under curve by this line with respect to x-axis, complete area you have to calculate. This area a3, again a2, again a1. So I think that you first try it yourselves, and I will explain it in the next lectures by the fresh example. I will take this example only, and I will tell you what is acceleration, what is the distance traveled in the next lectures. So what you need to do, you draw this graph and you try to find out the slope of the line. You try to find out the distance traveled, and I will explain in the next chapter. So slope of the line of the speed time graph will give you the acceleration, and the distance, and in the area under covered will give you the distance, as it is a product term here. Simply I will stop my lecture today only here, and I will explain it in the next lecture. But what you know, this is a homework for you. You try to solve this question, and you find out the acceleration, you find out the distance traveled. I think that it was very clear. I think few minutes earlier, no, I have sketched it a lot. So from there you can copy it in your notebook, and you try to solve that questions, and I will explain it in the next lectures. So I think that I will stop my lecture today. I think that things are going more interesting, more concept, in a more conceptual way. So please start with my first lecture, lecture 1 of the motion, and watch till this lecture, lecture 5. It will be completely related, it is completely conceptual, it is completely cover your entire syllabus. ये आपके syllabus को cover तो करेगा ही, but it will give you a more depth, more conceptual way, so that आप इसको रट के नहीं जाओगे. You will not make it remembering those things. You will try to understand. Please watch my videos again and again, and I repeat again that please like my videos, please subscribe my videos, so that I will make more and more videos. Thanks a lot, thanking you all. Thank you. Have a nice day and take care of your health.